Hey everybody, Scott here for the Digital Guitar Playground. It's Tuesday, and today I'm going to show you a really fun trick for post effects, adding post effects in a cool way to your recordings, to your demos, to whatever it is you're doing in a digital audio workstation. I am using GarageBand, which is basically Logic Lite. You could do it in Logic, you could do it in Cubase, Pro Tools, whatever. Mark of the Unicorn, I don't know what you people get up to. Yeah, and since I've been working on these fun instrumental versions of these cover songs, I'm currently in the just balls deep in Der Kommissar over here. I've been really digging deeper into the editing and producing of the tracks, trying to make them unique and fun, because these songs don't always lend themselves to uniqueness. If you play the same parts as the original, it's just going to sound like the original, but I don't want that. I want them to be, sound like something I would do. So I'm going to show you some editing techniques today, and hopefully you'll like it. Shall we? Okay, here we are over at my computer. Now, the main riff of the song is two pieces that I've put together. It's just two guitars. And no extra effects on that one. That was just the stuff straight out of the Helix with the slapback. And then I doubled it, and the first one is panned about probably 25% to the left, so you're getting a lot of it in both speakers. It's the main sound. And then in the far right, this is the one that what I do is I'll affect the one that's pitched off to the far right or the far left, and it's quieter. So this is what's up with that one. Together. Cat wants in. Little bastard. Come on in. Come in. Stay in. You want in? You turd burglar. So, I mean, it's fine. Get out of here. Beat it. The parts are fine, but it was just, it's kind of boring because this part goes on for quite a bit in this song and there's no effects happening. So what I've done is I've done some fun stuff with the tape delay. You can tell there's a little bit of a flanger on there right now, but when I go back to the beginning of this part, wherever that is, play of both of them together again. And I've done some fun stuff with the tape delay effects. And what it is, it's just, some automation. And I've set it up so that when we get to the last hit of that bar, where it hits the last note, right here, on the guitar on the right, the effects that are happening, the ambience takes off from that point, and then here's where the next set of notes starts. So it goes all the way to 100% and then comes back down to 0. And then the same thing with reverb. And these are just GarageBand reverb. They're in the strip right down here. Does the same thing, goes to 100%, and then kills it by the time the next note comes around right here. So you're just hearing the straight guitar with the flanger. That's the only real difference sonically, is the flanger is constantly going on that one. But since that one is so much quieter than the other one, it's not super perceptible. It's just a fun little, sonic Easter egg that I put in there just for myself. although the flanger is noticeable in the repeats. That's the main reason why it's there. So what I did was I took the feedback of the tape delay, started it at a certain point. You've got to have a decent amount of it to start with. I started with 51%, and then it goes up to I think 200 ish, yeah, 240, and then comes back down. The same thing happens with the wet, which is the mix of the delay. And without doing those things, you're just going to get a normal delay sound. With those things enabled, you're going to hear this. And it's a really easy thing to do. Just, set a marker, drag the points where you want them to be plot them on the grid, I guess you'd call it. And I did a similar thing with there's a tambourine part here as well. And so, just a fun little tip, interesting trick you can do to make your mixes, your songs, your demos, whatever, just more fun. There you go, everybody. A fun GarageBand or whatever recording software you use technique for post effects on a guitar. And this time, a clean guitar, but there are a million ways to think about this kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, what's happening in the mix, what's going on with the space, how do I fill that space to make it a little more interesting? And just one of the things I came up with. I have been working with Mike Vanderhoel, the drummer for Y&T. He's going to put real drums on these things for me. And I'm going to also get a real bass player to put real bass tracks on them because I'm not a real bass player. I mean, I can play bass, but I don't have a bass player's mentality. So I'd like to get a bass player on these things. Really elevate the stuff because the bass is kind of the weak link at the moment. I mean, it's fine. It's passable, but, I'd prefer to have a real bass player on it. So there's that. Know any real bass players out there? Just hit me up. Yeah, so I'll be back tomorrow with a fun Name That Riff. I'm not sure what unit it's going to be for, but I'll figure it out tomorrow. So come on back. And I'm going to be sending out the Name That Riff winners for the Podgo for the past few weeks because I'm unable to finish these things for the legacy presets because my rehearsal studio is closed because of COVID restrictions. It sucks. I'm not thrilled about it. So, I just can't get this stuff finished the way I would like. And I can't get loud enough here at home, which is a drag. But that's, enough of my yakking. I'll see you tomorrow. And until then, rock on.